Okay guys, I'm gonna make this yummy carne con vegetales. This is the only way my husband eats ground beef. So I have 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm gonna add some salt to it. And I'm gonna cover it and let it cook on high. Since this is really lean meat, I added some olive oil. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cover. While the meat is browning, I'm gonna go ahead and toast 8 chiles guajillos. So it just takes, 2 to 4 seconds for them to be ready. Ahí voy, bebé. Okay, you just want to stir very well. And cover it again. And let's go ahead and finish our sauce. So guys, you're gonna need the 8 chiles guajillos. I want it just a little spicy. These are really spicy, so I'm just using 2. They already come toasted. If they don't come toasted, you can use like 5 of them. I have some peppercorns, just a pinch, 3 cloves, 3 garlic cloves. I'm gonna do a pinch of oregano and a pinch of cumin. Okay, and so I'm gonna go ahead and add all of this plus 2 cups of water in the blender. So I haven't put everything in the blender. I'm gonna come over here and stir. So you wanna keep stirring while you're doing stuff. So in between of getting stuff, you wanna keep stirring so it all cooks evenly and it starts to brown. Sauce, I'm gonna go ahead and chop some 5 potatoes because I like to put potato in this. I also like to get carrots, but I don't have any, so I have to do that ASAP because as you can see, this is already in the process of browning, and so I need to put my potatoes so that they can brown along with the meat. So I cut it in small squares, as you can see. As you can see, the meat was already browning. The potatoes kind of release some water, so it's going to help with the sticking. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it a good mix, cover it, and keep going with my sauce now. I'm just going to add potatoes and corn to this. So as you can see, I am done with our sauce. Our meat is ready for our sauce as well. So potatoes aren't fully cooked, but they will cook once the sauce is in there and it starts boiling. I'm gonna let it boil for a little bit. But if you can see, there is meat stuck to the pot, which all that will lift with the sauce. So let's go ahead and put a strainer over and put our sauce in. And I'm gonna add about a cup of water to this so that I get all the sauce from there. So about a cup of water. All these flavors smell so good. But you know what I did forget to add is a piece of onion. Well, ni modo. Here we go. Guys, look how rich this looks. Don't add any more water. You want your sauce thick. And so if you add raw water, it's gonna be running. I didn't add any flour or anything. And so, see, everything is coming, it's lifting from the pot. Yum. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this turn down the heat to a 3 and just let it kind of simmer, actually a 2, simmer for a good 10 minutes, and then we'll add the rest of our veggies, which is our corn, this is our corn. Oh, and you know what? I haven't tasted it, so let me go ahead and taste it and see. So I did taste this, and it does need a little bit of salt, so just a couple of pinches of salt. 5 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and stir this and then let it simmer for another 5 minutes. Okay, so while that was simmering, I cleaned my workspace, I disinfected everything, and so our meat is done. So I did another little clip, so that's why there's already corn in there. So it's been a total of 10 minutes, and so I'm gonna go ahead and add our corn. But I also made some Country Time lemonade while I was waiting for this to simmer down. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stir this really well, and then let this, you know, boil. I'm gonna turn it up a little, and I'm just gonna let this boil for a good couple minutes. Okay, guys, so this is done. This is a big meal. This feeds, you know, a good 10 to 12 people. There you would make tostadas with it. That's what we usually make, tostadas. I gotta clean the stove after this. That's the last thing I clean, the stove, after I'm done cooking. Anyway, so you can make this into tostadas. That's usually how we eat it. You can eat it with tortillas, but we top it with, you know, lechuga, lettuce, queso cotija, tomatoes, sour cream, salsa, all of those Mexican toppings. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, and then put a lid to it, and so that we can eat when we're ready.